Just as a bit of advice for everyone, don't go shopping when you're hungry.
Don't. Bad idea.
We bought a bunch of unnecessary shit.
It's the first time we went to the grocery store in like a week.
Got Golden Grams. Got cinnamon Eggo waffles.
Definitely don't need either of those things.
No. We got coconut flavored whipped cream.
Oh yeah, but you know what? It's lactose and gluten free.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's pretty low in sugar. So I don't feel that guilty about eating it.
Neither do I.
I should put some on my breakfast. That would have been great.
In hindsight, they're great for when you get high.
Which is often when you're in quarantine.
We'll dial it back when we're done all this, or when we run out.
Of food?
Out of weed.
Oh, that's going to be a long time.
The food we can behave on.
Have you seen the stash?
We have to eat before we go out?
Yes,
That's all.
I've known this for years though, and literally we really only needed like a handful of things. But then when you're hungry, you're in there, everything looks good, so you just start buying things.
Mm-hmm.
And they set it up like on purpose. Like they set things like a certain way.
They kind of do. I'll be back in a sec. It's just dishwasher. We'll just have to deal with that. So, hello. Tonight we're going to have burgers, but we're going to have something special on those burgers.
No. Steven is going to have something special in those burgers. I'm not participating.
For the first time in like 10 years, I'm going to be eating Kraft singles.
On his burger.
On a burger.
And he's very excited about it.
Actually, no, that's not true. Anytime I've gone to McDonald's or Burger King or anywhere on the road.
It's the first time I think I have ever purchased Kraft single slices. I've never bought them and then brought them to my home.
Yeah. So
like
that's
I've
what we're
eaten them
talking
when
about.
I've been out places or, trashed. It's like 3 a.m. You go to McDonald's. It's just normal. That's just normal life stuff. But I've never had them in my home.
Well, they're here.
And Steve's going to eat them all.
There's 12 extra thick old cheddar slices.
I got some Cracker Barrel pre-sliced cheese for my burger. Extra old. Very excited.
Whoops.
What are you doing? He's messing around with everything, with the mic, with his headphones. I don't know what's going on.
I've seen checking the levels. Anywho. Anyhore.
Anyone will do.
Anyone will do. No, it's going to be gooey goodness on my burger with those Kraft single slices. There's a certain flavor you can't replicate with like the good cheese. And we've had the good cheese forever, so it's time to shake it up a bit. Kind of time to have some burgers with Frank's Red Hot on it too. We invested in some Frank's Red Hot sauce. This is really important.
I love how you say it's an investment.
It's an investment. We've been getting by with just sriracha.
I love sriracha.
It's time to get Frank in the house.
What's this Frank Light?
It's a little tastier in my opinion. Different flavor. I'm going to put that on a breakfast sandwich. Some Frank's Red Hot.
Oh, the bread we defrosted. I had to toss. It was bad.
Are you sure?
You can check it out, but it's hard as a brick.
Oh.
Because
we froze it?
No, because we unfrosted it and then didn't seal it properly.
I didn't know we were supposed to seal it. Thought we were just going to defrost it like any other bread.
But it's not in like... Don't worry about it. It's
not
bad.
in a bag. It's not in a bag.
It's
I
bad.
gotcha.
We have another whole loaf in there if you want to take it out, defrost it, and then put it in a Ziploc bag.
Yes, okay. If that's how it's got to be, it's how it's got to be. We've also had Kraft dinner with hot dogs during this
gross.
quarantine. It's been...
Okay, I would like to point out I don't get like the normal Kraft dinner. I get like the gluten-free Kraft dinner. with the real cheese. It's not even Kraft Dinner. It's not even KD.
Oh, you can't taste the difference. It's
No, it all
just
tastes the same. But it's a little bit better for you than like
slightly.
original KD.
Slightly.
It's not even KD. It's like what's the brand? It's the one with the bunny on it.
I don't know.
Annabees or something like that.
I don't know.
You get it in the health food aisle. It's really good.
The Playboy mac and cheese.
It's the Playboy mac and cheese.
So we mix that with hot dogs,
Mm.
and it's amazing. If you say
And
it's
they're,
slightly
like-
healthier, I'll just believe you. But I always feel guilty eating it.
I know. But the hot dogs I get are the 100% turkey dogs.
We're so good at this.
No, we're not.
Gluten-free
Even the chips and
pasta
dip
shells.
we eat. Like we eat the chips. It's the
Flaxseed chips.
flaxseed chips. So it's actually incredibly high in fiber and they're sodium free.
And then tequila.
And the tequila salsa is actually
Not
like
straight
non-GMO,
tequila.
gluten free. Like, so we do eat so we do indulge, but when we do, I try to buy the healthier option in our indulgences.
Yep. Costs a little more, but
Worth it.
actually the taste is better. I love these
tequilas.
chips. I love these chips more than any
Any other-
Tostitos chips.
Yeah, me too. And also too, once you get used to eating things without all the salt and sugar in it, like when you go back to like eating like a regular chip, like a normal Tostitos chip, I find it incredibly salty. Like it's overwhelmingly salty. Like my palate's so used to the salt-free chips that if as soon as I have like the, I don't know, original Tostitos, it's like licking a salt shaker. Like I hate it.
That can be applied to sugar things as well.
Yeah, well, I don't put sugar in anything, really.
Yeah, like tea. I only put honey in it if I want some sweetness, but I'm kind of used to it not being
Yeah,
12 packets of sugar sweet like in my younger days.
in your youth when I met you.
In my youth. I'm still young. I'm young and 30.
30 is the new 20.
It is.
No, but like, yeah, no, I get sugar and salt free, like everything. So anytime I go somewhere and I eat like the regular version, I find it incredibly sweet or incredibly salty.
Yep. Yep.
Even my coffee, I just have black with like maybe like a splash of cream. Not even cream, it's milk. Lactose free, sugar free milk.
We did make some good choices, though. We, like, really good choices, not even questionable. Black raspberries. Or blackberries?
Blackberries? Black raspberries, those are a thing.
Blackberries. Whatever.
Blackberries. I love blackberries. You ate like a whole container of them last night.
They're so good. And we're
They are
we're
good.
still on the orange train. We still like eating sliced oranges.
So many sliced oranges. Like anyone who's been over here when we're high, speaking to you, Holly, specifically, knows we like cutting our oranges in a very specific way
Yeah.
that a lot of people like question at first, but I'm like, no. This is the way to eat oranges. Like we don't cut them in wedges. We
No.
cut them thin. Like
How did she
little-
put it? It's like you cut them the way that you would put them on a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we cut them.
Yeah.
That's how we eat
100%.
them.
So
Because
good.
you can just cut it. You can cut a slit in the slice and then just roll it out.
Roll
and-
it.
Yeah, and then just take each little thing of pulp on its own. It's great.
So good.
Wedge of pulp. Wedge of pulp.
So
It's gonna be my band name. Wedge of pulp.
Wedge of Pulp. That's an epic band name.
Makes about as much sense as all the other band names.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Smashing Pumpkins. Well,
I always laughed at that band name. I don't know why.
it's like is that supposed to be their favorite pastime?
Well, no, it's pretty much like that's their their demographic. Like the kids that would go
Angsty
around
teens.
and smash pumpkins on Halloween.
Angsty teens?
Like it's a type. It's like it's those like rebellious kids.
Fuck the system, fuck your parents.
Just smash all the pumpkins.
I don't know.
Even though, I worked really, I was the kid that worked really hard on carving like 4 beautiful pumpkins and they would get smashed every year and I'd get upset.
I would too. I'd fucking shoot them.
Be like, that's my pumpkin. I worked so hard on those.
Have I listened to that band though?
I don't
Smashing
know.
Pumpkins? Do I know any
Their
of their
music's
songs?
actually like, I'm never opposed to pretty much any music if it's good.
Like if it's catchy.
But it's no, I like a number of their songs. Some of them are like too
It's not like
aggressive.
Smash Mouth.
No, Smash Mouth is like really chill.
Hey now, you're an all-star.
Okay, who else?
Put your
Every time they
game on.
open YouTube now, like YouTube tries to make them buy YouTube Premium. How many people? Like it's so freaking frustrating.
Who the fuck buys YouTube Premium?
I'm not
anyways?
buying YouTube Premium. It's not happening.
There's no reason to. They're like, oh, if you buy YouTube Premium, then you can like download our videos. And I'm like, I can already do that. You just copy the address, the web address of the video, and put it in one of those download websites, and you can download the video in full quality. Or turn it into a song. So say you're like watching a music video on YouTube and you just want the song for free. You just copy the URL and paste it in this other website and it works.
The app you use.
MP3 Quack. It's good stuff. I never pay for music. It's
I do.
let it be known. I don't give a shit who knows. I don't pay for music.
I do. I'm a goody two shoes, but anyone who knows me knows I'm a goody two shoes. I'm gonna just buy my music. And I can't be bothered. Like
good
I don't
little
have
angel.
time or like the energy to like sit there and go through a website and try to find the best quality one, and then you get to download it, then you get to like transfer it. I'm like, no, that's too much work. I just want to like type it in, hit purchase, and the rest is done for me.
It's kind of what I do, but for free. It's okay. It's okay. It's not for everyone. I'm an advocate for piracy. I don't know why. It's my inner Jack Sparrow.
Or something.
I don't do the pirating. I just trade with the pirates. It's different, right?
You just you know.
I buy their goods.
Well, you don't buy them.
I buy the stolen. Oh, you're right. Sorry. I just take
You
them.
just extract it from the internet.
I just extract it. So it's like the pirates come back after a raid and they're just giving away things.
They just got
I'm
too
just
much extra gold.
taking one of those things. There. I'm innocent.
So innocent.
I cannot be blamed. I wonder if music artists are still working. I'm sure they can. They can still write music and they can still go perform music. They just need to be very like careful.
Well, I wouldn't say they can. I think
Sure they can
like
still work.
concerts and performances are shut
Not
down.
those, yeah.
But they can. I'm sure they're still like
They can work on the digitals.
doing digitals. Or I'm sure they're still writing or recording. Definitely practicing.
La 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 la. Alone in their mansion. La 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 la.
It just echoes back to them.
La 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 la. Oh. There's only so high I can go. I've never taken singing lessons, so I don't know if I can actually sing well.
No, you're a good singer. You have a good natural voice.
Okay, but it's like completely untrained.
Yeah.
I have no training
No. But
from some woman
you
in a
have a good-
beret. You know
it's
what I
always
mean?
a woman in a beret.
Now you must reach within your soul and hit that note.
You'll have to sing from your diaphragm.
Oh, I can tell you.
You're supposed to like sing. A lot of people, the mistake a lot of people make is they sing from like, they try to sing from their like, how you talk. Like you talk from your vocal cords, like from your throat, but you're supposed to sing from like your abdomen. You're supposed to like activate your core muscles.
I dreamed a dream and time gone by.
All right.
That's where I forget the lyrics. I do like trying to sing operatic. It's fun for me. And everyone sounds good in the shower when they try opera.
But okay,
Everyone.
so the reason why everyone sounds good at the shower is the reverb.
The reverb makes everyone sound better.
Like
That's like the
it's
first thing you do.
Have you ever like been here like alone and you sung in this apartment? The reverb in here is amazing.
Yeah, but then I don't know if anyone downstairs is like working.
And they're just like, what the fuck are they doing?
Because it's a business. It's a couple businesses down there, so you're like wondering if anyone's listening to me just go off.
Yeah, that's always a risk. Or like the one time I was here alone, I was singing, and someone, like, I had a window open, and someone was like walking by, and I heard them outside, and they were just like, "Is that someone singing?" And I was so embarrassed.
Yes, it was me. I'm a siren. Come to me.
Definitely, 100%.
Don't forget to take your shoes off.
What, don't sirens like eat their skin? Is that kind of like?
I think they just eat the sailors.
No, I think they specifically. Let me look them up. I want to look up siren lore now. We watched Sinbad last night.
Yeah, we're not doing a review on Sinbad, I don't think, but
No.
basically, it's a really fun DreamWorks movie, and there are sirens in it, just briefly. These weren't like physical manifest sirens, with like skin and bones and stuff. They were like made of water. So that was interesting. That was different. And of course, they were luring the men's off the boat. The men's.
All the men's.
They were luring the men off the side of the boat so they could drown. So it didn't look like they were actually eating the sailors. However, if you watch Pirates of the Caribbean, the fourth one, starring Johnny Depp only, they've got the mermaids in there and they full out eat the sailors, which is a little disturbing. They're definitely scarier than sharks, especially when like a whole bunch of them can just tip a boat over. Freaky.
That is really freaky. Yeah, it doesn't really say what if they ate them or not. In Greek mythology, the siren were dangerous creatures who lured nearby sailors with their enchanting music and singing voices to shipwreck on the rocky coast of their island. Interesting.
All right, didn't say if they ate them.
Nope, doesn't say.
Just trying to get them killed or stranded.
They just have murderous intentions.
Yeah. Maybe the sailors fished them at some point, and they all got together and were like, you know what?
Fuck
the
you
humans.
guys.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. I could see that.
We're just going to troll you every time you come around this specific area. We're going to make sure you crash. So they all practiced like their singing, and they got it so good that they were able to lull the sailors. I don't know.
Well, it's crazy because a lot of those like sailor mythologies, like about like mermaids and sirens and different things like that, is like they would go like sea madness and they would like report these crazy things, but it's all because they're just hallucinating.
There was a kraken, I swear. It's not the scurvy.
It's not the scurvy and the dehydration, I promise.
The captain put his dick up my ass, I swear. Need to reprimand him.
That's what they had cabin boys.
Cabin boy. What is it with like powerful people and little boys? I don't like. Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing?
All I know, there's lots of sexual assault happening in those Catholic churches, so just don't go.
There's a lot of sexual
hide
assault.
Hide your kids, hide your wives.
There's a lot of assault happening everywhere in Hollywood too. To little boys.
It's just sad.
I just can't wrap my head around the little boy thing.
It's probably because you're so straight.
Probably.
You're just like so straight that you're just like, but why? Why would you when there's like attractive females everywhere?
But even if you're gay, you could just hire like
you have money, you can hire any male you want.
Male prostitutes with like rippling muscles, like the Pope can hire Fabio to come in his chambers every so often. At least Fabio's an adult and he's like built. Like, why the fuck would you want a little kid for?
I don't know. People are fucked.
They're malproportioned. Okay, listen to George Carlin about kids. They're incomplete people. They're malproportioned. Their heads don't fit their bodies. And when they talk, they sound like they got a mouthful of shit. They can't walk. They can't walk across the room in a straight line. They're cute, but they're not that kind of cute.
They're little kid, like they're like puppy cute. You want to hold them and love them and watch them like destroy themselves in a way. Like, when they get like messy and dirty and you're like, oh, it's gross, but you're so cute. But
I think that's why parents put up with them shitting themselves for so many years before they can do the huggies thing. It's like, oh, that's so gross, but it's so cute.
and I think also too, like,
I just burped there.
we have no intention of having kids, but from how I understand it, even from a guy's perspective, it's like a different kind of love. It's like you'll love that little person no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for me to imagine, but
Yeah, that's true.
I know for a fact, like my poor parents, I was like a little bit of like rambunctious. That's the word I want. I was very rambunctious.
Rambunctious.
I always had way too much energy. I was always way too loud. I was always like...
So you were annoying.
I was a very annoying child. But they still love me
Well, the blood
so
bond,
much.
the
It's
blood
so
bond
weird.
makes it unbreakable.
I know.
And I don't know.
I'm still annoying. As an adult, I'm an annoying person.
Yeah,
and they
it's
still
okay.
love me.
But you're with an annoying dude. So
Yeah, we're
it's
both
fine.
so annoying. And just socially awkward. Like, really, if I really think about it, we're just really socially awkward humans.
But kids, it's like, going back to the kids for a minute. We were watching some YouTube content about pedophile rings. So that's kind of
so
what.
disturbing.
So that's kind of why it's been in my mind a little.
I've been thinking about it a lot, and it's just...
Like, it's actually way more widespread than I thought it was. And Danelle actually pointed out to me, didn't you,
I did.
that there's more slaves today than there ever were in ancient history.
And throughout history, even in like Egyptian times. But also too, that's like, yet again, like statistically speaking, there's a lot more people in general,
That's why.
but it's still a problem.
Yeah.
And they're all like people that have been like either taken as child or babies or taken from orphanages. Like, cause it's really easy to get unwanted children.
It's also easy to get these downtrodden adults.
Yeah. So that's another thing too, is that a lot of people aren't aware of, is that like, especially when they're like taking young females, like 18, 19, 20, 17, 16, they're usually going out like targeting, yeah, like downtrodden, or they're like in like youth shelters or like women's shelters. And it always, it for females at least, I don't know about, I'm sure it does, I'm just making assumptions, but it looks like a relationship. What these guys do is they kind of like work their way in, and they like make them feel like they matter, and they buy them all these nice things, and they take them out, and then they get them addicted to drugs, and then they pretty much make them feel like they owe them something, and that's how they get them in. And then they're stuck because now they're addicted to drugs, and that's how they get the drugs. It's like a different kind of slavery. It's a different kind of control.
Yeah, this ain't your grandma's cinnamon toast crunch. This is
This is like...
crystal meth.
yeah. It's fact. And anytime I think about it, like, I get queasy.
It's something we never see. You just hear about it. It's not something you ever
Well,
witness.
especially because we're very privileged. We were born into... not upper class by any stretch of imagination, but like middle class, like well-to-do families that like love and care about us, and like stable parents with like decent jobs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we were never in a situation where we had to deal with any of those things.
Nope.
I was a very, very sheltered child. My parents took one look at me and they're like, blonde hair, blue eyed, she's cute. No, she doesn't go out. She goes nowhere alone. To this day, I barely go anywhere alone.
Yeah, you still had a childhood where you could go out and play with your friends in the area.
Yeah, I went like, but it was either with my brother or it was like a group of friends my parents knew.
Yeah.
Like, they never just let me, like, it was always like, okay, well, who are you gonna be with? It's like, I could go, but they're like,
no one was concerned about me.
no, you're a dude.
I got the regular talk about don't go into the candy van.
Oh yeah.
Just don't talk to strangers.
Don't just go with people you don't know.
Yeah, it's just basic stuff.
Like what we consider basic, but those are all good things to tell your children, you know?
Well, that is the basics. Just don't do it. Like, if you forget to tell your kids that, you're doing them a serious disservice, because apparently this shit will never stop. You'll never get pedophiles out of here.
Or sex
for good.
trafficking.
Yeah, Canada's got a lot, apparently, of
Canada
sex trafficking.
has a really high percentage of sex trafficking, and it's actually disturbing.
But you never see it.
No, not
That's
even in the
thing.
news. And then also too, in some of the videos we watched, we kind of went into the rabbit hole a little bit. Some of the things we watched and looked into was the atrocities that happened with the indigenous schools. It was all through the church, the Catholic Church schools, but they're all indigenous children, and there was like mass graves and like rampant abuse. It's just disturbing.
Man, oh man. Serious talk. It's a leap from breakfast food. Or just, we were just talking about food in general. On the bright side of things, it's a nice day.
It's sunny,
Yeah.
but you know,
And my quarantine's over. I can at least go out for walks.
so your personal quarantine's over.
My personal
the rest of the
quarantine.
world's still in quarantine.
Well, no. Travel ban. Or travel quarantine.
Yeah. Your travel quarantine's over.
So it's not like we're in quarantine. We're more like practicing
Diet quarantine.
Well, it's like social. It's just
Yeah.
social distancing, so we can still go out and do things just as sparingly as possible.
Well, I wouldn't say we can go out
And
do
hiking
things.
hiking doesn't count. Like I can do hiking.
Though they closed a lot of national parks and like playgrounds.
We don't have any like crazy national parks nearby. We got like
No.
Mono Cliffs. I don't think that's closed.
Maybe it is.
And if it is, there's other trails I know that are fine.
The Grange trail is closed. Not the one behind the school, but the other one when you're going into Orangeville. There's a
Oh.
big fence.
That official entrance is locked off?
Yeah, they fenced it off.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. It's better outside, guys. There's all that fresh air.
They just don't want people like sitting on public benches and like
There aren't any
commingling.
benches in the woods, man. It's all just like,
A lot of the those parks, yes, there are.
yeah, so close those ones. Don't worry about fucking one that's all made of forest.
Well, the one
And
that I'm
swamp.
talking about has like 4 or 5 park benches.
Yeah, fair.
Couldn't they just like, I don't know, like take the park benches out?
Just put up a sign, say biohazard. This is an infected bench.
Don't touch it.
You sit on this, you get corona. Like,
You're gonna get the corona.
this bench has never been cleaned.
In New York, there's police officers going around with like with announcements out of their like cars, like loudspeakers.
I did not hear those yet. But, stay safe. Also, don't stress. I know those two might not seem they go together, but trust me, just chill. Enjoy the quiet for what it is. Trust the memes. The memes are right. Have a laugh. And, yeah, we'll see you sometime.
Or never. Maybe
Or never.
Maybe never.
This will be the last thing you know of us.
Nah.
Bye.